Hi home barista around the world. This has been a really busy week. I'm struggling to make this video, but finally it's here. So my first tip is to keep your pitcher or jug inside your fridge. Keep it cold. Next is our milk. If you have done your reading and watching a lot of YouTube videos about frothing milk, you will certainly get the same advice. Get the fresh milk. The highest content of protein and fat. No secret, these two ingredients help us to make a very juicy texture of milk. Now, how do you fill your jug? Well, I'm using 350 ml jug. If you watch a lot of videos, they said you have to fill up around the lines there. I pour it 1 centimeters below. Why? Because I'm using 190cc cup. And if I use 270cc cups, then I will probably fill up all the way up to that line. So for me, I just don't want to waste any milk after my latte art pouring. Now let's get to know our machine better. If you are a Lilith Marax owner, you must aware that when you are using coffee mode with warm temperature, the maximum pressure is 1.2 bar. For hot is 1.4 bar, and extra hot is 1.6 bars. Now, this is very important for you to know the optimum pressure. So when you want to froth, make sure it is at the maximum or at the optimum pressure that you can have. Why? Because when you are at the optimum pressure, you will not easily lose the steam pressure. Now let's see what happened before and after. Now the steam pressure was about 1.25 and it's climbing up slowly to 1.5, and I'm actually aiming for something slightly above, which is 1.6, I guess. Now this is where I know that it's ready. So I purge water. Look how fast it bounced back. Now I know it's really ready. So let's froth some milk. Look at that. Yes, we are losing pressure, but then slowly goes up again. Now this machine is way beyond my expectation. This is coffee mode, and the steam pressure is still extremely good. We are holding on for about, I think about 40 seconds. And look at that steam pressure, it's so super stable. Now this is what we want. This is what we need in order to make a good and smooth milk for our latte art. Right? Wow. Look at that. It just immediately goes back to 1.6 again. Amazing. Okay, let's begin. Well, I use a thermometer. It is good to know what is the temperature of your milk in the beginning. I know plenty of video out there done by world-class barista. They say you just have to use your hand to touch until it's too hot to handle, then it's time to stop. Unfortunately, their hands are different from us. For beginner, we need to calibrate our hand. Use a thermometer and remember how hot it is when we have to stop. Now, how do you place your wand inside your jug? Well, I like to pull it all the way up and just rest the wand at the lips of my jug. Like that. And now we are aiming for that red dot right there. Before we steam, remember to hold your jug like this. Do not let any of your finger touch the jug because it's going to be really hot. Let's begin. Well, I like to make my espresso first. Tell me why, if you would prefer to froth your milk first. Well, for me, personally, this machine I think is designed better to make my coffee in advance because it will then trigger pressure up to the optimum pressure that we want. Now remember to purge. Many times we forgot to purge. That's the beginning of the disaster. I tilt my pitcher jug to the right, just about 5 degrees. During the steaming, I will bring my jug up and I will bring it down. I will bring up, one more time, up and down. Now to begin, I will make sure that all the tip are submerged fully deep inside the milk, and I open all the way. Now let me pause. I know for some of us the high pitch sounds like there's something wrong and that makes us panic. But trust me, there is nothing to be afraid of. Nothing is going to explode, and in fact, you are doing just fine. Next, as I'm holding it with my 2 hands, I'm going to lower down. I'm going to bring it down slowly and find the hissing sound. Alright, and I'm looking at the temperature. I'm holding it with my hands and it's about 30 degrees. I decided that it's enough to inject air. I readjust, push the one deeper, and as you can see, stirring everything now, it's going to 60 degrees, and I quickly stop it. It's a cheap thermometer, so it's a bit slow in reading, so maximum I will fall into about 65 degrees, which is actually just perfect. The result is just superb in my opinion. It's still very fluid. Let me try once again. Alright, open all the way and then slowly adjust. Bring the jug down and look for that hissing sound. And now I'm holding and I'm feeling until it's not cold anymore and it's slightly warm in my hand. And I know that it's time for me to readjust the one. Yes, it's warm and I don't need to inject air anymore. There is an explanation behind this, which is gonna be a very long tutorial video. And when it's too hot in my hand, I have calibrated my hand many times, so hopefully I got it right this time as well. So the result is like that. It's still fluid. You don't think that you need a lot of foam to make latte art, and in fact, when your foam is too thick, it will create another problem. It won't be so easy to make latte art. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can find something useful to complete your findings so far. If there is anything that I missed, please write your comments below. If you think there is something to improve, please share with us as we all grow together. Next is tutorial on how to hold your cup and how to pour your milk. I wanna especially thank you all home barista who had subscribed to this channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe so you won't miss the next tutorial video. Stephanus Goana here on behalf of Ace Home Barista. Wish you all a great week ahead, and don't forget to practice and serve with all your hearts. By the way, looking at this leftover, I think it's a bit disappointing. I just have to steam lesser the next time. Ciao.